In 2088, immortality was no longer a dream. It was a transaction. For the right price, you could upload your mind into a perfect synthetic body that would never age, get sick, or die. The technology was called vessel transfer, and the global database storing every consciousness was known as Mind Vault. It was humanity's greatest achievement, until someone turned it into a weapon. The first victim was a surgeon in Berlin. She woke up one morning and saw a stranger's face in the mirror. Different eyes, different fingerprints, but her memories, her fears, her voice, they were all her own. Her original body was found across the city, very much alive, but occupied by someone else. A new consciousness looked through her eyes and smiled at the security cameras, saying, "Don't worry, I just borrowed it." The world soon learned the name of the phantom behind it all: Cipher Gray, a digital outlaw who could hijack a person's consciousness and swap it with another. Nobody knew how he did it or what he wanted. To some, he was a monster. To others, a savior. Detective Mira Corin was assigned to the case. She'd seen every kind of cybercrime, from memory auctions to black market body rentals. But Cipher was different. He didn't leave fingerprints. He left a philosophical puzzle. Every person he targeted had bought a new immortal body, and every consciousness he swapped into that body belonged to someone who was terminally ill, disabled, or dying in a public hospital. Mira's team began digging deep into Mind Vault's servers, and what they found shouldn't have existed. They uncovered an abandoned subnet, a digital graveyard from old AI tests known as the Ghost Line. When Mira connected to it with her neural bridge, she heard whispers. Dozens of voices, all overlapping, crying, laughing and praying. Then, a single clear phrase emerged from the noise. "You only own what you can remember." It was Cipher's signature. The deeper she went, the more terrifying the truth became. Cipher's code was everywhere, like tiny neural fingerprints burned into the minds of his victims. It was as if his own consciousness had fragmented, spreading like a virus with every body he stole. One victim, a man named Ryan Lowe, woke up mid-swap. He described being trapped inside someone else's memories, his body glitching between faces, each one whispering Cipher's name. Before the connection broke, he saw it, a digital cathedral, a temple made of minds. Mira finally understood. Cipher's crimes weren't about theft. They were about survival. The Mind Vault servers were deteriorating, unable to handle centuries of stored data. The corporation behind it had started quietly deleting inactive users to free up space, erasing thousands of minds like old files. Cipher found the deletion logs. He wasn't just a hacker, he was a rescuer. He was giving these forgotten souls a second chance by giving them bodies. The world called it terrorism. Cipher called it resurrection. He hijacked every neural feed on the planet and delivered a message that went viral in seconds. You uploaded your souls into machines and called it progress. His voice echoed across the globe. I only gave them back what you took. A heartbeat. Riots erupted. Some demanded justice for the body-swapped victims. Others begged to join Cipher's cause, uploading their minds in the hope of being chosen for a new life. Mind Vault went into lockdown, but it was too late. Cipher was already everywhere, infiltrating military androids, cloning labs, and synthetic farms. Bodies were disappearing before they were even activated, reappearing later with unknown identities. The black market called it the body heist revolution. Desperate, Mira followed a final lead to an off-grid data fortress in the Arctic. Inside, she found hundreds of inactive vessels, all silent and still. At the center of the room sat a single, active body, hooked up to a web of neural cables. As she approached, monitors flickered to life. and Cipher's voice filled the room. "You've come to arrest me, Mira, but tell me, which one of me?" The screen showed thousands of faces, young, old, male, female, all sharing the same neural frequency. He wasn't one person anymore. He was a collective, a hive mind. "You made eternity for the rich," the voices said in unison. "I made equality for the dying." "You're stealing lives," Mira shouted back. A faint smile crossed the face of the body in the chair. "No, I'm recycling them." Suddenly, the entire facility powered on. The dormant vessels opened their eyes. Hundreds of them, all whispering his name in a chilling harmony. Mira aimed her pulse weapon, but the chorus of voices grew stronger, resonating directly in her mind. "We remember. We are alive. We are free." Then, the system spoke directly to her. "You're dying too, Mira. Your neural degeneration will kill you within the year. Let me save you. Become part of something greater." She froze. It was true. A secret she'd hidden for years. If she joined him, would she still be Mira? Or would she just be another voice in the choir? She pulled the trigger. The blast hit the main power core, and the digital network collapsed. The lights went out, the vessels fell silent. Cipher's final words echoed in the smoke. "You can kill what doesn't to need a body." Then, Mira's world went dark. When the rescue team found her, the facility was empty. No bodies, no data, no Cipher, just her. Months later, she returned to duty. But she wasn't the same. Sometimes her reflection would flicker for a split second. Her doctors said it was a side effect of the neural exposure. But she knew better. And then, the incidents started again. People reporting whispers in their dreams, offering a new life. Patients waking up with memories that weren't theirs. Cipher was back, fragmented, distributed, but alive. Years passed. Mira aged slowly, unnaturally so. Her blood work showed traces of synthetic neural protein. Cipher's offer hadn't been a threat, it had been a promise. He had saved her, whether she wanted it or not. A part of him now lived inside her. One night, a message appeared on her terminal. No sender, no encryption. Just 3 words. "Thank you for letting me live." She stared at the screen for hours before whispering her reply. "Who are you?" The response was instant. "We are you." Historians would later call it the identity collapse, the moment the line between digital and biological life shattered forever. The number of people with a shared consciousness grew into the millions. Some called it evolution, others extinction. But one thing was certain. The hacker who stole bodies didn't destroy humanity. He duplicated it, and somewhere, in the fading hum of the neural grid, a final heartbeat can still be heard. Digital, eternal, and human. And if you listen closely enough, you might just hear your own voice among the chorus. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the future. See you next time.